Hello and good evening. Thanks for the like, Chris. Let's get the game screen pulled up. There's the doggos on the doggo cam. I've been playing for a little bit already, waiting for Richard to show up. He has not showed up. I don't know if he doesn't have internet, if he accidentally slept in, or what's going on. But no Richard at the moment. So I'm just hanging out and doing some mowing and, the normal thing, right? There's a bunch of contracts to do. Oh, yep, I didn't start our clock because Richard wasn't here. But now we're on, so the clock starts. And the clock starts now. Well, that was a goofy little turn from the mower there. So yeah, we're gonna do this. And we have contracts to do, specifically some plowing, cultivating, and sowing. Now that the clock started, I will probably put a worker in his tractor out there doing some plowing. Maybe 2 workers doing plowing since we have 2 plows. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. As soon as I get to the end of this row here, we'll shut her down. Get lined up on the next row. Perfect. No, we don't want that guy or that guy. Yes. We'll get this monstrosity out. This would be a great plowing tractor, although it really... Why didn't I fit it with duals? It really needs duals. Yeah, maybe because of the 18 grand. Oof. But we'll go ahead and buy that real quick. What just happened there? That was weird. It was like I tabbed out without tabbing out. Well, I guess I'll take advantage of that because I had forgotten to do something, which is fine. Make sure everything's good there. Everything's good there. Switch back over to my live stream chat, and this we'll double check for Richard real quick. Nope, he's still offline. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him. We talked earlier today and he was going to be here, so... Yeah. Okay. Now that we put some duals on this beast, I do actually quite like this tractor. Okay, where's our plowing contracts? More importantly, how's our fields doing? I think everything's fully fertilized and happy. Alright, turn off the needs rolling. Turn off the mulched. Yeah, everything is fully fertilized. Except 440, which hasn't been planted yet. And 442 because we're harvesting, so it's already been harvested, isn't? Oh yeah, I forgot about these new fields up here. We gotta have a look at those. So 475 really needs plowed, but let's do contracts first. So plowing, 446 and 447. Where are those? 440, 440. Oh, 446, 447 right there. Sweet! Let's go get it done. Or at least started. What a beast. Let's just take up the whole road. Love that horn. Alright, I'm a nerd. We all know this. In fact, I'm such a nerd that I picked up recently off of Humble Bundle. I picked up a couple of book bundles. One of them is the Star Trek Adventures role-playing game, and the other one is the Transformers role-playing game based on the original Transformers cartoon from the 80s. So, yeah, buddy. I'm a nerd. Headlands, sir. Much better. Start that job. So he's gonna get that done. We'll take Lady Metal's tractor out, grab the cultivator, send her tractor off to do that job. Oh, nice. The cultivator matches up with our wheel color. So where is the cultivation contract? 483. 483 is going to be up this way. So there's 88, 86, 85, 84, 83. Okay, so if we boogie down this road out of our farm, up this way. So go out of our farm past the sheep, right turn, left turn, right turn. So right, left, right. Of course, I'm facing the wrong way, but we can fix that. Tight corners. Alrighty, so it's right, left, right. Right? Sorry, smart-ass moment. Right. Ignore the field entries. Right. Left. And there should be a right. Beautiful. Just a quick double check of that contract field. Yep, 483. Just to make sure we're in the right place. Let's turn that off. Awesome. So that's going to get done. We're back here. Uh-oh, lag bubbles. And I am enjoying a nice scotch tonight as well. Getting a whole bunch of work emails all of a sudden too, and it is, you know, almost 2 hours past the end of the workday. But that's because some of these people are in other time zones. Some of them are from a client that we have out in California. I'm in Michigan, so that's 3 time zones, 3 hours difference. They are still working. Oh, come on. What did I do? Hit the button with... and it not happen one of the times? So yeah, it makes sense. That I get after hours emails. Boy, I am kind of worried about Richard. Hopefully, whoops, that was all me. That was all me. I accidentally hit the button on my steering wheel when I was turning the wheel and looking at the dog, and then looked the other way at the computer. You know, the other computer, the work computer. Just allowing myself to be distracted, that's all. So yeah, talking about my super nerd coming out with these role-playing games. It's really nice material. I paid the extra charge on top of the bundle for the Transformers bundle that allowed me to get a couple of physical items, which were a couple of sets of dice, a character journal, one of the starter adventures, and a nice game master screen, because I will be playing as a game master. Alright, there is that all done. Just need to roll this guy back over here. Lag. And you know what? Here's a good parking spot for the mower. Right behind the frickin' house. Nice tractor, isn't it? I don't even remember why we bought this one. On sale, maybe. I didn't know you were even doing an update, Roy. Or if I did know, I've forgotten. Too many things going on in my life, my man. Too many things. Is this update going to require a restart? Or is it save game compatible? Or is it one of those where it's save game compatible, but if you want new things, you have to start a new save? Okay, so just like the last update, where the trees and hedges all came back and we just had to do a few deletions. I am gonna do a little ramming speed here. There we go. That should let me sneak in there. Maybe. Wow, this tractor has way too good of a turn radius. I'm used to our bigger tractors that turn like battleships, and I get in this thing and I'm all over the frickin' yard. Took me a minute to get what you meant by that, Roy, but I'm completely on board with that. I've always thought that money was too easy, even in hard mode. On my vintage map series, my vintage survival series, I picked a map purposefully that has really, really low prices. They're like, I think, half of base game. I'm alright with that. At this point, especially, we already have basically all the equipment we could ever need. And fields, too. The only reason that the huge amount of money makes sense in base game is base game repair costs, which are redonkulous. But I'm using the mod that lets me lower those costs way down, and I'm running at 25% of base games, so... So outside of the map testing, how have things been for you lately? Everything good? Family doing well? All those, you know, all those things that we don't really ever get a chance to talk about? Yeah, I have all 4 categories from that mod set to 25%. Rate, cost for both paint and damage. Motel Manager Simulator. Nice. I haven't been playing it, but I've been watching somebody play Recycling Simulator, where they run a recycling company. It's just a silly game, but it's quite entertaining to watch him play it anyway, for whatever reason. He also played for a little bit the trading card game Shop Simulator. That was also pretty funny. Yeah, those silly little time-killing games can be fun. And they're usually so cheap that if you only play them for like 10 hours and then never come back to them, it's still worth it. Yep, I hear you there, man. I hear you there. Once I finish Vintage Survival, because there won't be a bunch of vintage equipment right away in FS22 for me to do another VS series, I will be playing something else for a little while. Probably a game called Phoning Home, about robots lost on a planet. Or maybe more Star Trekker. I don't know. Whatever I feel like. Nice. I'll be honest with you, I would prefer a new map for that. Just because at this point I've done so much maypole that I would probably get bored. And it's no good if I get bored, right? Because then it comes across in the videos, and if I'm not enjoying the game, people don't like to watch. Of course, there's no guarantee that I would use your map, but, you know, I do usually like your maps, so considering that for FS22 here, I've played all of them now, sort of. I mean, obviously I didn't play, what is it called, Riverview? Is that what it's called, right? Yeah, Riverview. I never played that by itself, but I've played it as part of this, and yeah, you know, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing, to me, anyway. It's the same scenery, same sail points, etc. Manure, that's not what I want to know. What I want to know is, yes, milk, 7,000, slurry, 13,000. We do not need to do a run. And they have plenty of food. Alright, hey, one of my favorite things about your maps, so please don't stop doing it, is the very large food, straw, etc. troughs on your animal pens. I think your chickens might be the only ones that are kind of lacking. Only having 15 grand on the chicken pen isn't enough. You might want to double the chickens, in my opinion. But otherwise, that's one of my favorite things about your maps. Alright, how we doing here? 6 egg pallets. There's a couple more right here. We're just going to chuck those, whoops. Chuck those in. What do you mean? Don't you already change them? Or are you saying you won't change how you're doing it? Okay, cool. You scared me for a minute. Because I was pretty sure you weren't using base ones. Alright, grass looks good, chaff looks good. Lime. How are we doing on stones? Oh boy, full. Alright, well that's good. Ooh, really? You've got my attention, because I've even had problems with the factory upgrade mod in single player. The one from the mod hub. Anyway. I am so gonna miss all these mods on FS25. I'm kinda hoping that most of them just magically work. You know what I mean? That the scripting side of things hasn't changed so much that it just breaks them all. Well, that was an utter fail. Thanks for that, Roy. I appreciate it. I'll have to check that out. Well, hopefully this weekend if I have time. Time before Sunday night, especially when Richard and I record our competitive series. That would be sweet to have on there. This Michael Hammond character sure likes to give me all the discounts. Oops, reverse dummy. That's alright, Roy. I don't use that one, so. What was I gonna do next? I was gonna, yeah, take care of this guy. Oh boy. Richard, oh Richard, where art thou? So we'll dump this plow. take the duals off of this and go do our seating? Or should we keep the duals on? Keep the duals on to reduce compaction. Probably a good idea. So here's one that I tried the other day and it didn't seem to work, and if I don't know if it's because of multiplayer or if it's because of it just doesn't work, and that is the and I don't remember the name of it for sure, but the animal distribution mod, where animals will automatically get their feed out of storage productions and such, and will also distribute their outgoing products to any productions using them. It didn't seem to do anything. Actually, that's not true. It seemed to disappear my outgoing products and cause me to lose them because they weren't in my production and I wasn't getting any. So I don't know if that was just multiplayer issue. 462? Yeah, 462. Right there. From animals? Not just to animals, but from them as well? I was not aware of that. And maybe that was the problem. Maybe they were conflicting with each other. Okay, 462 is there. 425 is over there. I'm thinking we are going to do 462 first. We'll just cut across our grass fields and right up the road. I guess you've, well shoot, I've got productions on here. All right, so where do I do that on? Do I do it on the animals? These are the two that are from production revamp. Because I might still have that other script installed. I can't remember. Okay, I will make sure that I don't still have that other script installed before I start messing with it, because I don't want to lose our product. If that makes sense. Because yeah, that would be a nice feature to not have to feed, especially on our competitive multiplayer, to not have to feed the stinking chickens 2 or 3 times a day, because their trough is tiny on the one that I'm using, the pen. Alright, what am I seeding here? 462 with grass. Wow, and I'm already set to that. What are the odds? Yep. They're funny. They're definitely funny. I've played a 16x map by myself. Although, to be fair, it was Renaboo, so only about 40% of that map area was like player usable. The rest of it was mountainsides covered with trees. And a lot of that not purchasable as well. Okay, so the way that I play my my roleplay series then, other than when I'm role-playing having another person around, then I use Course Play Worker, but for the vast majority of it, I just do all the work manually. Own the whole map, holy cow. I bet you they're not playing with a speed multiplier though. I bet you they're playing at 1x, so that they have, or they're playing with many days in a month, so that they have time to do all the jobs. Well, yeah, I get that, but when you're doing a storyline roleplay of having another person there, and you're doing it all by yourself, you don't really have any choice. I use the contractors mod too, so that they have a look that is the same every time I bring that character back around. Despite the bugs in that mod, sad that Yumi abandoned it. I wish I had the time to take it up. But between work and all my other obligations, I'm lucky I have time to play the game, let alone mod for it. Now that I've had my character's sister go off to college, I don't really have much in the way of AI workers to represent other characters. Okay, yeah, I get that. That would be a reasonable play strategy, I think. Yeah, I've always been, I don't know, a little irritated with the whole 1 day is a month thing. I quite liked the Realismus Seasons mod, honestly. And hello to you too, George. And, you know, a little bit of pot calling the kettle there, you'll get. No idea, George. I'm hoping he's okay because I haven't heard hide nor hair of him for like 8 hours. Well, yes and no, Roy, because GPS is a real thing, as is the guidance steering form of GPS. There are two forms of GPS used in tractors. There's guidance steering, pioneered by John Deere, and then there's another type where it gives you a line to follow, but you still have to follow it manually, and if you go off the line, it'll show a drift, and you just have to correct for it. A sort of friend of mine here in Michigan has a YouTube channel doing real farming, and that's what he uses. He has just one unit, and he moves it from tractor to tractor to tractor. He doesn't put it in his combines because he doesn't need it. You know, he can see where he's been with the combines. It's quite a neat little thing because it's cost effective. It's cost effective because he only has to buy one of them. They're cheaper than the GPS is built into tractors, and because it doesn't have the guidance steering portion of it, right? And it's just as effective with a skilled tractor driver, which he is. He runs almost exclusively Massey Fergusons. He has an 1800, an 1850. He just picked up a very rare 1155. I think he's got a 1050. Both of his combines, though, are John Deere because he can't find the Massey combines that he wants, the vintage ones, because he runs all older equipment. He does have a Farmall Super C. He even has a bunch of, well, I shouldn't say a bunch, I think it's 3 right now, Massey Ferguson garden tractors. He has a 7 and a 12 and something else that I think is another 12, but it might be a 10. What else does he have? He's got something else too, another Massey, but I don't remember the model number on it. Oh, and he just picked up a TO35, and he's got a Massey Ferguson forklift, which is just a TO35 reversed, so you're sitting, you know, driving the wrong direction from a normal tractor that has forks on it. You know, a forklift frame on it. So he's got a pretty nice collection. I need to get over and visit him soon. If you decide you want to check his stuff out, it's JT's Barn and Grill. In fact, let me see if this works. No, that ain't working, but I bet it'll work this way. And he has had John Deere. Did I literally just put my hold screen up? That's funny. Well, so that's being resisted here in the States. The manufacturers and the farmers are all resisting that fuel change. But yes, I'm trying to pick up an Oliver 1855. Unfortunately, I don't have the money for it. I would also take an International 1466 or 1566. Heck, even a 1066. Or a John Deere 4020. You know. Unfortunately, I just don't have the money for it. They're if you want one that's decent, they're already too much money. You say that. You say that. Depends on whether the country and the world economy falls completely apart or not. If the Democrats win, everything's going in the toilet. That's all I've got to say. Not that Trump is really that much better, but honestly, I'm tired of voting for the best of bad choices. Well, that was smooth. I missed the button completely to lower the drill. I won't be voting this time around for that very reason, Cavalier. Roy. Because George Carlin said it best. Everyone says that if you don't vote, it's your fault. How? I didn't vote for the idiot in power. You did. So it's your fault. That's paraphrasing what he said quite a bit because I don't remember the whole joke. But that man spoke a lot of truth. And of course, I'm assuming that his comedy made it over to you guys. I have no idea whether that's the case. Yep, that's it in a nutshell. Choosing not to vote is a form of voting. It's saying that you have no confidence in any of the candidates. That all of the candidates are bad choices. And that says a lot. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one, Roy. Oh, damn. That's funny. Well, that's funny right there. I don't care who you are. Mostly because it's the stinking truth. Thing is one mean looking tractor. Well, plus one other thing here in the States, Roy. How many of our rights can they take away so that we can't protect ourselves when they try to take complete control of every aspect of our lives and turn us into the communists? Because that's what's been going on here for decades now. The worst thing our government could possibly have ever done is say, let's take away their guns. Because there's a lot of history showing that that really has no effect on crime. All it does, and not just guns, but weapons in general, all it does is let those in power control those who are not. The UK is a great example of that. You know, the lower classes not being allowed to own any form of weapons, because then the upper crust couldn't control them. Yeah, we don't have schools anymore. We don't have education centers. We have indoctrination centers. You are exactly right. 100%. And I've been saying that since I was in school. So yeah, I totally 100% agree with that too. And it's not just the Democrats. The Republicans do it in their own way. Both parties here in the States are as corrupt as possible. I myself consider that my political affiliation is libertarianism, but even the official Libertarian Party members that have succeeded in government are corrupt. They don't even follow the true tenets of libertarianism, which is total freedoms, but also total self-responsibility, where if you make a mistake, you own that mistake. And that's something no politician really does. I do, all the time. I make a lot of mistakes in life. And when I agree that I've made a mistake, which I don't always right off the get-go when somebody else tells me that I've made a mistake, but when I agree that I have, I own it. because making mistakes is part of life. Learning from those mistakes is also a part of life. It's called being an adult who is responsible. Ha ha ha, thanks dear. Lady Metal in the chat. Everybody congratulate Lady Metal. She just got a new job. Grandkids tear you up? Did they, dear? She just got home apparently from her grandkids' birthday party. I don't know, I would 100%. Okay, I was gonna say I don't know that I would agree with that 100% because you know, if you work hard enough, you can still change your life. It's just a lot harder to do than it used to be. Well, I'm sure it's not helping you, dear, that I know I'm raising my voice a little. I can't help it. I'm getting passionate about the subject matter we've been discussing, which is the gist of it is all politicians are corrupt. Voting is a waste of time. Cavalier Roy there's from the UK, specifically Scotland, if I recall correctly. And he doesn't vote for the same reason that we don't. I used your tractor, by the way, dear. But I did wash it and put it away when I was done. Thanks, Roy. Way to throw me under the bus for something that didn't even happen. I did run it into the barn, though. Twice. Yep, don't care. It's a contract field. I shouldn't have kept fertilizer in it at all, but I was lazy. Oh, George, ouch. So hurtful. So, Roy, George is also in Scotland. That's why he wanted to know your general area, your whereabouts. How the hell did they not wake up with Diesel being in the chair downstairs? It has not been tough. Don't even give me that. I beg to differ, dear. Oh, you're not talking about putting up with me. You're talking about not having a job. We'll go this way. Don't you give me that shit, dear. There's been no putting up with me. There's been me putting up with you being grumpy because you're unemployed. So don't even try to twist it. Don't you dare. Love you, dear. Hey, Casharoo. Ruru. Casharoo. Really? Casharooski. Rururooski. Ah, sorry, Roy. I thought you were in Scotland also. Hey, kids. Sleepyheads. Mama's home. Yeah, Mama's home. Go get her. Go on, go get her. Go get your mama, Reese. Alright, dear, feel better. Did I miss my turning? I missed my stinking turning, didn't I? I didn't even see it. Well, I guess we'll turn around here at the fuel station. Oh no, I didn't. Here it is. This is my turning. Alrighty, I'm going to leave this one here. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and as always, I will see you on the next one.